Yeah, we got people joining already. We got people joining already. Cool. Okay, so we have, unlike trains, we also have the car guy 11. Let's begin playing Minecraft. We have more people joining. Oh, random crash testing facility has joined. You got viewers already, so let's begin. Today we're gonna play Minecraft. Name this world something. This will just be a creative world, and I have to use a controller for playing, so difficulty. Okay, let's create the world. Let me just get on my phone so I can actually see the stream chat for a second, actually. Okay, open chat. I don't really play with controls, so I may not know how to use this. Okay, let's see. Well, I have to reverse my controls for some reason. That's okay. What am I doing? What am I doing here? I don't know how to play with the controller, so what the hell? Let me just switch my controls. I'm gonna switch the placing block things because that's how I do it to the controller. Attack destroy will now be left, and this will be right. There we go. Let's begin. How do you fly? I don't know how you jump. How do you jump? No. Yeah. What the hell is going on? This is a failure. Okay. No wonder why people say it's so hard to use a control. I don't know how people even build with this. Maybe because they're used to it. Let's see. Let's try building a building, or I really have nothing here, but let's just build a house. Let's see if I can even build anything at all, actually. Let's see. Where's the stream chat? I'm not looking at anything. Have you ever played that car simulator game? You mean BeamNG.drive? Let's see, what's my stream name? I might play BeamNG halfway, so I'll call it controller stream because I won't just be playing Minecraft because people are asking me to play BeamNG.drive. What will I be building today? How the hell do you scroll down? Let's just use this and this. Let's begin building. This sensitivity, so you can actually place blocks pretty quickly, which is, I guess, somewhat good. I'll attempt to build here. How many people are watching? 6 people. Well, I didn't send anyone a stream thing. Is this tall enough? Yeah, 4 blocks tall. I need to send. Oh, you just send by pressing this stick, part of the stick. Not today. I'm gonna build this as a square and then I'll do the rest later. Some of this I might do with just a regular way. This is just to test my controller, but I pretty much not. Maybe in my city world I might try controller, but play Call of Duty Black Ops. I don't have. I'm not on Xbox. Just so you know, I'm on PC, and I don't have Call of Duty. Message retracted. What's your original message? How do you see retracted messages? Okay, you know what? I'll just be doing BeamNG because nobody wants me playing Minecraft. So let's start the game. I'll start the game by Steam. What's the chat looking like? And wants a subscription to play basic multiplayer games. Yeah, that's why I don't even use it. Oh yeah, nice, you got a like. Okay. We'll be doing... What will I even be doing? Okay, I know I'm gonna do crash tests in the crash studio looking area. PS5 is the same way. Everything is the same way. What map should I use that isn't crash testing? Car jump arena. Stairs. Let's do stairs. Plug in your PC if you want it to not lag. Controllers out. I'm using an Arctic Camo controller. It's white, gray, and gray. It's like it's an Arctic Camo controller. I have a black controller. No, I saw you on PC, so I deleted it. Oh. Let's see. I hope the controller will. I know. This is. I'm using an Xbox One controller, Xbox One X from 2017. Let's see. Will the controller vibrate when I drive? It does in Grand Theft Auto 5, so it should in this game. BeamNG.drive. Let me just turn on sound. There's a help bar. But I'm not even new. I've been playing this game for 2 years already. Let's go. First of all, I pretty much broke the whole car. I mean, that tiny impact literally, you just stabilize the car. Oh, this is how you go into that view. How do you move? The game is... There, it's not quiet. Okay, anyway, what I was saying was the car was shredded, and that I made it into an SUV. I mean pickup truck. So it went from SUV to pickup truck in a few seconds. How do you change camera? Oh, yes. Press 7. How do Xbox controllers play on PC? There's something called Bluetooth. I don't know exactly what Bluetooth is, but I heard it's very smart, so you should try Bluetooth. How do you spawn the car controller? No, not walking mode. Yeah, like this. If you're gonna spawn a car, I believe like this. How do Xbox controllers play on PC? I think it's called Bluetooth. Yeah. Chivetta Volide. Never actually planned to test it because it, well, doesn't have airbags. Doesn't even come with an airbag steering wheel, and it's a little bit too old. Maybe if I was going to use it for the NHTSA, yes, but not for a crash like this. Game audio is still out. What should I set the audio to? Like 5? I'll make it even louder. I mean, quieter. No, not gamma. Reset that. Is the game audio still loud? Kind of is, but I'll make it even quieter. 11. I can actually check my stream to see really how loud it is, so yeah, if it truly is too loud, then tell me. Don't just tell me it's too loud because it's a joke. Additional modification. You can't even put crash hard dummies in this car yet. This has been like the default car since BeamNG's birth. Openable doors mod. It's a repository mod. Just look for openable in the mods thing, then you'll find it. My audio is still loud. Nah, it's not loud. You can actually open the engine bay. Let's see, can my car fly? You have 5 viewers. Okay, so, well, not bad, considering how the doors were open. Cable, yes, most controllers, you don't really, yeah, you should have a cable lying around, just connected via USB or use Bluetooth. How do you reset? No. Press 7 on the numpad to reset to home. What else will I use? Let's see. Maybe the JDM Kashira. Is there a good controller made for PC? An Xbox controller. I'm using just a regular Xbox One controller. Just a nice skin. It's just a limited version. But even all controllers should work. Especially since all controllers should have Bluetooth. Or at least a cable. So yeah, this controller does work with PC. Let's see this. JDM Kashira. I think JDM stands for Japanese Domestic Market. I could be wrong. How do you enable parking brakes? What does this do? Oh, that's pause. This is view. Oh god. Okay, so I hit myself on the technically the driver's side, well, JDM driver's side. Does this sound crazy now? Are you sure you're not joking or something? Because I checked my stream. I mean, I'm using a phone to record audio. Okay, tell me if my stream is still loud. Because I'm not sure if you're gonna start joking about how loud it is, or something is wrong with your mic. If it's still loud, even when the audio is set to 0, that means it could be something with your mic, not mine. Steel City, it's fine now. Okay, so it's fine, but Steel City, if it's still not good, then I'm pretty sure something is definitely wrong with your mic, or you're just joking. Well, it already failed the roof strength test. The car now smells like soap because I newly washed it, and now it's on fire. How my parents bring me to school? It's Sunday. Nobody has school on Sunday. What specs do you have? Let me type it down. Let me just type it down. Xinjiao. I typed down my specs. That's really how your parents... Oh, yeah, by throwing a minivan off the stairs. That's sad. Let's see what happens in... That's like an infinite highway. Although I have been to the end of this highway. It takes a few minutes, but you will get there eventually. Wasteland. Let's see. I won't be able to do all vehicles, but let's do... All-Star, maybe. All-Star, or... Simulate 2 cars in a head-on collision. Well, this is a controller stream, so I'm only allowed to use controllers for this, so... 2 cars, that's really hard. I'd have to use my keyboard. That means my title would be... My title would be misleading if I had to do a car-to-car crash. Okay, you know what? Let's do... Crash Hard map. Not a very demanding map. It's actually simple. Why is Steam not closing? You don't need Steam open to run BeamNG. See. Okay, this is just my other car. Let's do the Soliad Wendover. Let's go. Nah, not this. I thought B was how to get this out. Yeah, there we go. Sharky Browner emoji user. Well, he's not good. He or she is not good. Not a good person. You don't ever use... You don't... I get that we might have been... I know we might have been a bit sensitive, but that doesn't mean you have to spam emojis and then just scream at us. You have a physics space game where you can make planets crash into each other? Unfortunately, you are right. I have a game called Universe Sandbox 2, which, you know what, should I play Universe Sandbox 2 right now? Because you can actually throw objects into each other. I just played it an hour ago. Now, how the hell do you reset? Okay, so this is brakes. This is zoom in. What's zoom out then? That's gearbox. I don't want to unnecessarily reset the game, of course. So you cannot reset for some reason. Change view, use tab. Yeah, the problem is that pressing F will enable this camera, which is a problem because I use F as my pause button and not J because F is on the left side. And it's the only other key with that bump on it. There we go. Fix the camera. Controller I'm using, I mentioned it before in the video. Earlier in the stream I actually mentioned what I was using, but Pretty much any controller should work with this. Can you put game in first person view? Let's see, how do you change view? No, that's zooming in, no. What's going on? Yeah, oh yeah, the engine was locked on. Because I just joined. Okay. Never released in tech data. Well, I'm not working for the IHS, so no. I just joined Xbox One Arctic Camo controller. I don't think it's a limited controller, so I don't think you can get it anymore. Let's see, can I not roll off this cliff? There we go. Can I go into first person? Yeah, you press this. The Soviet Wendover was rated poor in the modern overlap test. That wasn't smooth at all, actually. That was pretty hard. That's a pretty sharp dip. Hard impact. No Agent Y scale mod. I use Xbox 360 controller from 2005. Or, yeah, 5. Xbox One controller from 2020. This car is definitely... This car probably is going to fail the roof strength test. I mean, it's probably going to crush 5 inches at maybe... Well, by law, cars have to handle 1.5 times their weight. That's the law. At least 1.5 times the weight of the weight. There was this news thing I saw from a Carfax thing where someone crashed their 1993 Pontiac Le Mans. Yeah, white Pontiac Le Mans. Her neck was broken because the roof had crushed down all the way to the dashboard, breaking her neck and making her paralyzed. Guess what? Yeah, Rigs of Rods is pretty much... Yeah, Rigs of Rods is pretty much the old BeamNG. Made by the same developers, but it's older. I've heard of Rigs of Rods since 2012. It's like a lower quality, older version. Pretty impressive for 2005. Oh, but it's whack. Yeah, Steel City. That game is called Universe Sandbox 2. There are 2 versions, yet everyone plays the second version. In the water. The shell, yeah, would be able to handle this. Okay, can you actually play Universe Sandbox 2 with the controller? Let's see. This is skeptical. I don't know if it will work, though. Let's see. Did any Isuzu get a higher rating other than poor marginal? The Isuzu Axiom. ...2012 6.9 or 2012 B3 series. Well, BMW, because why the hell would I have a CX-9? Series X controller, no difference. Well, honestly, honestly, I wouldn't own any of them. If I really want to get a car, just buy. I want a 1998 Infiniti Q45, especially since my family owned Infinitis for years, and we liked it. Let's see, can you play? Doesn't work. So Universe Sandbox 2 is not a controller game, not controller game friendly. Apologies. Let's see, but because Steel City seems interested, let's see, and he says it's fun, so let's see what we can do in this game. You have Earth. The Baltic Sea is frozen, almost frozen, and the Gulf of Bothnia, too. Makes sense because it is true, the Baltic Sea does actually freeze over. Which version 10 am I using? I never actually checked, but I think I'm using home. Windows 10 home. But I don't use any $50,000 programs to make videos. I just use Windows Photos. This app right here. Easy. What should I slam into Earth? I'm not gonna slam a gas gen or Venus. Well, not something as big as Earth. Something a bit small. Let's try Iapetus. If you have followed space for the past 6 years, then you probably know what Iapetus is. It's a real object. Let's increase speed to 33 kilometers a second. Anything faster than 20. Fast. I almost ran this. No settings, enable control options in the game. No. Just call the game US2 anyway, because if you just mention game, I won't understand. The game is mentioned on the top left corner of the screen. Let's see. I need to open up a height map so you can actually see the whole world. I'm about 300 miles east of Russia and Japan. Pretty much anyone living in Japan, North, South Korea, China, Russia, Alaska, Philippines, Taiwan as well, will die first. But almost nobody lives here. Except in Alaska. Alaska has a population of 700 something thousand. I'm pretty sure most of the people there live in Anchorage. Let's see, I have the height map here. Let's see what will happen. Remember, I'm doing 50 kilometers a second. If I go too fast, I'm just gonna glitch the whole world. So let's do 34. Okay, it says I'm doing 50. Yeah, 34 on the other one. Real time. Universe Sandbox 2 has this really weird delay. What if me replace the moon? Replace the moon with what? Nothing? This is in real time, so yeah, there's a crest tsunami. That's what it's actually called, crest tsunami. It's when the crust is peeled away. So as we can see, yep, the Sea of Okhotsk is now being damaged. Japan has now been vaporized. China, North, South Korea is now also gone. Apophis. Apophis is very small and it likely won't do too much damage, hopefully. The snow is literally melting from the temperature of the rock vapor. Okay, so Pyongyang is here, Seoul is there. Both cities are gone. Parts of Alaska are still alive. Most mainland Alaska is now barely alive. The Diomede Islands have barely escaped, although technically they haven't escaped because the shockwave mark is extended. So yeah, this is the real danger. These pieces now flying everywhere. So altogether I destroyed, how many countries have I destroyed? I've destroyed altogether 4 countries completely. Okay, me. Replace the moon. There wouldn't be a huge difference, except gravity would be... Well, I do have lower gravity than moon because of low density. The shockwave is now rising through. It's now passing China. It's going to reach Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, Myanmar/Burma. It's crashed. It already hit Taiwan, which is literally right in front of the rock vapor wall. So it passed the Philippines, it passed Papua New Guinea. It's going to hit Australia. Soon it's going to hit East Timor, Brunei, Malaysia. It's going to hit... Now it's beginning to... Now it hit Bhutan. Now it hit some parts of India and just disappeared where Nepal is. Move Earth into Mars orbit. Well, the temperatures would drop, but not severely. I mean, Mars is still technically in the habitable zone. Venus is at the inner edge. Yeah, Gene Sonder. Yeah, he literally ended up on Reddit just because. I mean, seriously, don't listen to him. I mean, this is not how you request on. This is not how you request. Please do not use threats when it comes to requesting. Okay, so Earth will now be losing temperature. It's still hot from the impact, but it's going to start losing temperature because of whatever's been pumped up. You can see there's still some lava left over, but so far, there's a huge crater. Whole entire Japan is now molten. The crust has been damaged. There's now just... Everyone's dead. Yeah, not just there, but everyone here too would also likely die as well. The whole planet would be annihilated. But where was that request I was asked? Replacing Mars with Earth. You can actually replace objects, fun fact. Replace object with Earth. Okay, let's see what will happen to Earth. Does Santa have Apophis in that game? Yeah, this game does have Apophis. Universe Sandbox 2 has Apophis. So on the long run, Earth's seasons will be about twice as long, which means, yeah, we're gonna have to make about, I don't know, like, about 10 or 12 new months. Like, about, what if Jupiter crashed into Saturn? Well, you know what, this game does not simulate it too well. All that would happen is that Jupiter would just gain mass. So far, Earth is getting very cold, actually. So Earth will be colder, so summers would not be warm, even though they'd be twice as long. For Earth, it's now spring or fall, but look how cold it is. Parts of the Caribbean, like parts close to the Caribbean, are now getting snow. Okay, now this is bad. Now Earth is staying at a constant 2.5 degrees Celsius. Let's warm up the Earth by crashing Mars' largest moon, called Phobos. Phobos is Mars' largest moon. Is it Phobos? Isn't that? No, Deimos. Is it Deimos or Phobos? It's Phobos. Yep. How far can you zoom into Earth? About this far. About a third of the Earth's entire diameter. That's how far you can zoom in. So Phobos is not. It's not actually round. Phobos is kind of like a. I have another game where it actually shows the whole universe, not just the solar system. It's a great game, which I'll show after this. But yeah, Phobos does not look like this. The height map is all good, but it's actually really bumpy because of low gravity. In fact, you would weigh... If you tried hard enough, you could actually escape its gravity because it's so weak. Let's do 48 kilometers a second. It's like crash tests. This is equivalent to 48 miles an hour. Let's see. This is in, like, what, real time? Let me make sure it's in real time. Let's see what will happen. Broke through the atmosphere, going through the clouds. Quickly. And then, boom. Oh! I accidentally zoomed out of Earth, because I was not focused. Damn. Let's go back to Earth. This Earth, the Mars orbit Earth. Earth is already heated up, so that's good. So anyone who's living in Spain, Portugal, France, the UK, Ireland, would Mars ice caps melt if you put Mars orbits in a developed atmosphere from the evaporation? Let me see that again. Well, it probably would not. It would still have ice caps, just maybe made of different type of ice. I mean, Mars's ice caps are made of dry ice. BeamNG on Windows XP. BeamNG was still a young game back then. So the crater has now gotten big. It kind of ate through some of the Iberian Peninsula, and then it now just disappears. So yeah, like, will Earth increase temperature? No. It's decreasing temperature. So, well, no, I could not warm up the Earth. In fact, impacts would not help with that either. So, anyway, Phobos is not round, and I can prove Phobos is not round. So, I'll be playing a game. It's not free. You can find it on Steam for like $20, so we'll play this. Can you? I think you can actually run this game with a controller, because you can actually use joysticks on it. And if you can use joysticks, then you can use controller. I've had this game since October 18th, 2019. Let's try this game called, well, Space Engine. Oh, not the spaceship version, just planetarium. That's the real deal. The real deal. Let's see, can I play this game with a controller? It's probably gonna be hard, but yep, you can. How do you zoom out? What does this do? Oh, this focuses. It's like pressing C. We're on Earth right now. How do you move? Oh, like this. How do you speed up? This is focusing. It's like a gun. That's... Oh, no! Orbits disabled, enabled. No one disabled. Oh, so X and A is the change. Let's increase. Let's look at Earth from here. Oh, where was this? Oh, I'm somewhere over Croatia, and I'm over Italy. How do you rotate? Oh, like this. No, this is not Universe Sandbox 2 I'm playing. This is more of a spectator game. It's not really... This game was not meant for editing, but let's look at Earth. There's Greenland. Nuke. The largest city in Greenland is somewhere here. About 30,000 people live there. 30 or 40,000. Somewhere on the western part of Greenland. So here we can see Earth. We can already see auroras and some Greenland mountains. What object should I go to next? Give me an object that isn't Earth. It can be like the Moon, Mars, Iapetus, Proteus, Triton, Neptune, any place. It can even be the Sun. I can go anywhere in this game. There's no limits to where you can and can't go. So, where should I go next? Anything? Any place I should go? Greenland is huge. Surprisingly, it is smaller than some of the countries in Africa. It's smaller than the Democratic Republic of Congo by a little bit, not a lot, but it is just a tiny bit smaller. But Greenland already looks huge, and here we can see it almost touches Canada. And it's not actually that far from Iceland. It's actually... I mean, in Iceland, you're literally closer to Greenland than the UK. That's a slight surprise. How high would you have to be in the sky to see Greenland from Iceland? I think already if you're on a plane, you could already see both. Planes cruise at around 10 kilometers or 30-something thousand feet. At about here. Remove clouds. Let's see. Can you see both places? That's Iceland. And where's Greenland? You can actually see both. So yes, if you cruise on like Concorde, which cruises at 18 kilometers, you would easily see both. You could see both Iceland and Greenland. So if Concorde still existed, or if you flew in like a fighter jet or released a weather balloon. Weather balloons go up to about 30 kilometers. So here, if you were on a weather balloon, you'd be able to see both Iceland and Greenland easily. That's fun. So yeah, Iceland and Greenland are actually very close to each other. That's Svalbard. Pretty sure that's the most northern point of Norway, because Svalbard is Norwegian. Where I am, it's 3 p.m. For me, it's 10:20 a.m. You can see on my clock over there. I heard Norway has actually claimed a piece of land all the way close to Antarctica. So seriously, the distance between Svalbard and I think it's called Baffin Island. Yeah, it's all the way somewhere here. So that means Norway claims it, so if that's actually Norwegian territory, that means Norway must be vast. Like, Norway isn't even that big. It's not that big. It's smaller than Vietnam. It's bigger than... It is bigger than a lot of U.S. states, but still kind of small. How do you manually move like this? Horizon plans. Alright, auto horizon. Yes, I'd like to use that. Can go. Can that go into the sea? You only pop up on the surface. Oh, you can actually go inside too. That actually doesn't look bad. Let's see what happens if you go all the way to the sea floor. How many kilometers? Oh, you'd have to go at a considerable... Oh, that was scary. No, this is not a geography game. This is a space game. But give me a place where I can go. I can go anywhere in the universe, just so you know. Anywhere. Even exoplanets. Even a black hole. Even a neutron star. Anything. Anything. Even brown dwarfs. I can go anywhere. Just give me a place. Not just Earth. We can go to... Let's go to the moon, actually, and see what we can do. Because the moon is actually in high quality in this game. C is light speed. Let's go to the moon. Just slow down first. There's the moon. Okay, so the moon looks great even from here. Steel City. Wait. Pluto. Oh, so I should go to Pluto. Okay. Let's go there first. We can go there in just a few seconds. So, bling, click on this, and then go to the Pluto. And now, look, we made it to the Pluto. Big. It's like a white, orange, not orange. It's like a white, brown, yellow ball of ice and nitrogen with an atmosphere too. Here is the northern hemisphere of Pluto. You have that heart thing over there. We should see Sharon from somewhere here. You have that giant heart thing. It's about the size of Texas, and Texas, you know, is bigger than anything, so yeah. Texas is small compared to Earth, but this heart is the size of Texas, but Texas compared to Pluto is, yeah, very close, very big. Yeah. You can, if you look, wait, you can see I have Microsoft Flight Simulator right here. See? I've had it since December 11th. I don't lag on it that bad. I get like 50, 60 frames a second on like high, which is pretty good. I'm trying to see how do you do this? Is what I'm trying to do. Can you do like this? I mean, a certain character said, yeah. Well, in terms of, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know if I'm supposed to be joking or I'm supposed to tell the truth. But let's look at Pluto from here. As we can see, Pluto is brown on one side, I guess from tholins, which is a deposit of organic materials exposed to the radiation, exposed to the sun. So that's why Pluto, some parts of Pluto are brown, not red. Those red images of Pluto are not true color. Those are false color images. This is what Pluto does look like. Except the light would be about this dim. This is what Pluto would look like if you actually saw it with your own eyes. Dim, not much to see, but you'd still see the surface. So the gravity is much lower than on Earth. It's even lower than the moon by like twice, double. Let's slow down. Let's land on Pluto. This is like the northern part of Pluto. Let's see, what would it look like here? It's very bumpy. It would probably look shiny if you put Pluto in Earth's orbit, what would happen? Well, first of all, the nitrogen on Pluto would first evaporate. The atmosphere on Pluto would obviously escape because the cold temperature is the only thing maintaining it. So the nitrogen would all turn into liquid for a brief moment, but then that would evaporate too. So a new atmosphere would come along, which meant that it would only last a few thousand years because Pluto's gravity is so low, 16 times weaker. So for a few thousand years, Pluto would have a legitimate atmosphere, but then as the atmosphere finally escapes, it would go back from about 50 Celsius a day, minus 50 Celsius at night, because of the temperature differences without an atmosphere. Pluto's moon Charon does not have an atmosphere. So here, this part of Pluto would not be too dramatic or anything. I mean, this is the part that does not face Charon. Fun fact, Pluto in itself is not a lonely dwarf planet. It technically... Can you move planets in this game? Oh. Anyway. No. This is Space Engine. This is more of a visual game than a... This is not Universe Sandbox 2. This is Space Engine, so... More legitimate. Whoa. Let's see, what would happen if we stood by the Tholins? Let me not change the brightness, because I'm not gonna ditch realism on this one, so... Let's see here. This is like where the border of the Tholins would be. So, you'd see the stars very clearly, and maybe... This is Pluto at around 30-something, about 35, 36 astronomical units away from the sun. Pluto at its furthest can go at 50, so the light would be a lot dimmer. So this is what it should look like right now. You can actually see a blue haze, that's Pluto's atmosphere. And you can see the sun there, still illuminating the dim sky. What's the sun like from that far away? You see this? This over there, that's the sun. But fun fact, Pluto is actually nowhere near the end of the solar system. There are actually plenty of dwarf planets even further away. One of them is... No, we're going to go to the sun. We're going to stay in the solar system. Eris. Eris is 3 times further away from the sun than Pluto is, so... Yeah, Eris is... Let me just fix Eris first. We don't know what Eris looks like, but this is kind of what it should look like. Likely might have some red in it, maybe. Let me just make this a bit fixed. And make it brighter, like shinier. What would happen if it looked like this? I guess Eris would look something like this if the sun was bright, but because it's so dim, it would be... Can you go to Alpha Centauri? Yeah. Eris would be about this dim. Maybe, yeah, about this much. So you'd barely see the surface at all. So, yeah, you'd see, like, literally nothing. Like, almost nothing. Even Eris's moon, the Dysnomia, would be hard to spot, even though it's huge. No, it's not huge in terms of... But dwarf planet standards it is. Where's the sun? Right there. Tiny. Tiny. What's that I'm looking at? Is that another star? Yeah, it's Spica and Arcturus. Can I go to Alpha Centauri? Let's go. Why not? Let's see. Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri. It's actually... How big is Eris? Eris is about 1% smaller than Pluto, but it's 27% more massive. Let's if I go to Alpha Centauri, we can do a size comparison. Eris is also not a planet, just so you know. It's a dwarf planet, along with Pluto, Maki Maki, Sedna, Core. Kamiya, those things. Let me just do a size comparison. Let's see, let me take out moons, dwarf planets, and planets. So here we have all the rest. Let me just zoom in like this. Yeah, we can go anywhere. Okay, so this is Mercury, smallest planet, and that's Eris. You can see how small Eris is. Even this is Eris and Earth. So Eris is actually small. It's even smaller than the moon. Its gravity is 11 times weaker, which is the strongest gravity of any known dwarf planet, thanks to Eris's higher density. So I assume Eris could be rocky, but let's go. Why did Pluto change from a planet to a dwarf planet? Well, because we had discovered more and more dwarf planets, and then we realized that it would be too tough to name it, and also Pluto was tiny. So, yeah, along with all those other dwarf planets, Pluto was demoted. Let's see, is that Alpha Centauri? Yep, it is. You have to actually write down the Greek. Okay, Alpha Centauri is not actually the closest star, it's Proxima Centauri. So far, no planets. So far, I just see two sun-like stars. Gliese 559. Gliese 559. Very similar to the sun. This is Alpha Centauri B. That's the smaller one, I think. Yeah, A is the larger one, B is the smaller one. You can see star spots like any other star. The atmosphere. Okay, let's see what would light speed look like here. This would be like 98% light speed. This is how quick it would be. See? Okay, let's go to Proxima Centauri, which actually has 2 exoplanets. B and C. It's a rocky planet. Now we have... How big is B compared to our sun? Is it smaller? By only a little bit. Like, just a little bit. Proxima Centauri is a red dwarf star. Tiny, yet it lives for... It's gonna live for about... up to... about... just a couple trillion years. The sun altogether, the sun's entire lifespan is 10, 11, 12 billion years. So, and a star like Proxima Centauri would be about just a couple trillion years, between 1 and about... Oh! Yeah, I'm running a newer version of Universe Sandbox 2, so it shows Proxima B as a gas giant. So, yeah, I forgot to change my version. This is at version 9. This is at version 991. The real version is 990, so I'm using the wrong version. I don't know why Proxima B would be a gas giant, because it isn't. Proxima C is. Looks gloomy here. Okay, let's go somewhere with intention. Let's look at... Just before I finish this stream, I'm probably gonna do one last game. I wonder what one last game it should be. Let's do X-Plane 11. It's another flight simulator with graphics. Let's see, X-Plane. I don't have too many aircraft in X-Plane, so that's why I mainly don't play it. Critical, you can go to the surface for something you can't do. You can actually also go to the surface in Universe Sandbox 2, it just doesn't seem like mountains. But you can. You press C on an object, and then you'll land on it automatically. So you can actually do that on both games. see, new flight. I'm planning to fly the Boeing 727-100. You have Eastern or all these liveries. USAF. It's like a great livery, but I like this American Airlines one. What's the biggest difference between explain pros and cons? That's gonna be a long one. Okay, X-Plane has slightly better physics. The planes are a lot harder to crash, as in you can actually you have more control on them. But in terms of overall mapping, FS 2020 is light years away. I mean, X-Plane doesn't have many weather options. Like not many, and the weather just doesn't look perfect. And also, sunrises, sunsets don't look very good in the game. Also, it doesn't have snow. X-Plane does not have snow. I don't understand why. So, Antarctica pretty much doesn't exist. Another pro with FS 2020 is that it has way more aircraft. But the pro with X-Plane is that aircraft have better sounds. That's also one thing. Let's go to a small airport like Honolulu. I'm probably going to have to decrease my volume, so just in case, turn down your volume in game. Yes, Juice, just sideburns. Also, X-Plane does take a lot longer to load than FS 2020. The camera on FS 2020 is not extremely good, so I do prefer the camera views here on X-Plane. Clear FPS. Never tried it, so I don't know. Yeah, I get a good graphics card, I guess. What are you flying out of? I think I chose Honolulu. Yeah, I actually mentioned it while talking. Yeah, this is Honolulu, Hawaii. Oh god, oh. That's how controller physics works in this game. Jesus. That's hard. This is gonna be a hard move. Well, joystick is a type of controller, so let's use that. It's kind of broken, but let's try. I honestly have no idea. It's never. It's asking someone why they like this is never always an easy answer because they often just like it. It's a hobby. Put the brakes on. Maximum thrust. It's really quiet now. Let's see, V1. Rotate. Without running out of gas. Yeah, I can fly from Spain to New Zealand without running out of fuel in any plane. LOL XD. Okay, reduce trim, reduce trim. Flaps up. Well, the IHS's newest test, I believe, is the passenger side small overlap test. Let's see what crashing will look like, so. In fact, is the side air impact test. Yeah, I heard it was going to be more demanding, but I'm pretty sure most cars will do well in it. I mean, judging by what they have done. Change safety. Whoa, wing flex. I turned my plane into a Boeing 787. High tax evasion. If more people join, I'm gonna extend the stream to playing. Oh yeah, I don't know why, but crashing some planes will crash the game. Oh good, I just crashed into a house and now I'm on fire. Rolling over still. Wing flex is still going on. You know what? Because more and more people are watching the stream, let's play Microsoft Flight Simulator game extra. Good graphics game. What time is it? YouTube is stuck on full stream. No crash graphics. Well, FS 2020 has none whatsoever. Also, the 727 isn't a default plane. The MD-80 is, and it has pretty good crash physics. Somehow the house was okay. Well, X-Plane is X-Plane. Microsoft will be even worse with this kind of crash, because it's like GeoFS. Anyway, GeoFS is a browser flight simulator. Oh god. Browser flight simulator. You can play it for free. No apps, no nothing. Graphics may be shiz, but it's good. It's a good game. I've been playing it since 2016, and it's a great game. Very good game. Small overlap test looked like it caught some car complaints by surprise. Let's load this. Also, was I think pretty much those guys who run the plane. Yawn. My controller's still on. Okay, let's just wait for this game to load. Let's see, where can we fly it? Because, yeah, you can actually fly to your own house in this game. X-Plane doesn't even do that. FSX doesn't even do it. Enable ray tracing. Let's see. I'll do that in the settings when this game finishes loading. Elevation data. Cities in 3D around 2000. Why am I yawning so much at 10:47 a.m.? Not p.m. but a.m. Got some caffeine. I had coffee today. This morning, and I'm still tired. Like, seriously, you can still be tired with caffeine. Maybe because that coffee I drank ran out. I guess drinking coffee didn't help. What country are you in? Well, GMT +1. What country am I in? Yeah, we'll be flying at an airport in my country, so... Not my home airport, but an airport in my country, so yeah. Mini fire extinguishers. All cars in BeamNG have fire extinguishers, but mini fire extinguishers, that would be a bit demanding. But I don't really think so, because it could be still too complicated. Maybe in the future, but not today. Taking this so long. Maybe if I click BTW, I'm on laptop. If only I got. Well, I don't have caffeine because I don't want to drink too much coffee. I'll see if I have anything made of sugar. even a hint. Oh yeah, the game finished loading. One Infinity SUV got a good and also got a note on the new test. Oh yeah. I have a feeling that they're gonna start doing tougher modern overlap tests next, because the side test is pretty old. I have plenty of planes in here. Let's fly in an airport in QX50. Let me see that. I have to see this for myself. They increased the speed and made it heavier. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good rating and side test. I guess the side test was still in demand. Ah yeah. That's not good. My mom had a 2008 Infiniti Q45. No, not Q45, I mean FX45. Sorry. The speed in which they crash test is not fast enough. Well, considering how they're meant to pass the small overlap test, they're gonna handle higher speeds, believe me. I've seen the Volvo XC90 at 50 miles per hour, and the structure held up very well. I don't know how high the forces on the head were, but I believe that it still was good. Sandbox should be 45. We need to see about that. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they don't do that either because it's too demanding, so no one will pass it. Will pass it. An image on Discord. Let me see. I have IIHS tag data, so let me see. Oh, I saw this one before. It's not looking good. 60 kilometers an hour. We need this in BeamNG. Let me see IIH's tag data because I have something here called Other. Other. They include random. They include random cars, like these stuff. Let's see. Let's actually see the Infiniti. Like 2019 Infiniti QX50. Can we find that? Nope. Not on IH's tag data, unfortunately. I guess because it's not official yet, so wow. Well, crash tests should be gradual. You shouldn't start from going from slightly demanding to, oh my god, super demanding, nobody passing it. No, do it gradually. That's how stuff should work. Gradual, not bloody life-changing. Cell City, no. Anyway, what plane should I fly? Should I fly the Airbus 787? Airbus 767? FAB Boeing 797? I don't know. Imagine calling an A320neo a 75797. I've heard that the 797 would kind of resemble it a little bit. Not, it wouldn't look like one, but it would. Its purpose would be similar. Let's try. What airline? Let's see. We have a lot of stuff here. S7, Russian airline. You could scroll down a sub-menu to look at the same name. That's interesting. Let's do Orbit. One of my favorite liveries in the game. This brings back FSX. Rooster YouTube, it got 5 gear, did a video of it. Oh, 5th gear! Wasn't that when they crashed the Mitsubishi Shogun? Yeah, 5th gear. They crashed the Mitsubishi Shogun into, I think it was a 1997 Honda Civic, 1996 Honda Civic. At 60 miles per hour, the Civic was completely wrecked. The dummy in the dummy in the Civic would have damaged. His leg was torn off. He was decapitated. At least it wasn't reality. So that's lucky. Let's go to an airport in my country. So, Arlanda, not my home airport, but it's the largest. I believe it's the largest airport in my country. So let's see. The Ford Focus it was traveling 120 miles per hour. Big explosion. That's how bad the crash was. It was like an explosion of crash. Scattered clouds. The Ford Focus was doing about 193 kilometers an hour or 120 miles per hour. Mint chocolate. I don't like mint chocolate. I don't even like that. Milkshake or smoothie? Milkshake. Chocolate milkshake. Nom. Very good. Very tasty. Chocolate milkshake. Oh yeah. The Renault Espace from 1995 would probably have been also one of the worst performers, considering how it was demolished by a newer Espace at 35 miles per hour. 35 miles an hour, and it's already demolished. Did worse than a transport. Literally. Probably, I wonder how badly the old Espace would do in the modern overlap test at 40 miles per hour. There was a time when Mythbusters tested, I think it was a Daewoo Lanos or Daewoo. I think it was either a Lanos or a Leganza. I think it was a Lanos. Yeah, they crashed into a flat wall. One at 50 miles per hour, and the other was at 100. And from what I can say, the 100 looked very bad. It looked like the Ford Focus. Like a smashed Coke can. Well, what did you expect? Turn down your volume because the sound will be loud. 4 people are watching. That's not good. I need like 10 people watching, maybe more. I should have streamed earlier. It wouldn't have been the same without that Asian guy, Rip. Yeah, he was I don't know his name, but he was a great guy. He was amazing. Keep in mind, I remember when Mythbusters crashed a sled. I don't remember what car it was, but they crashed it at, get this, wait for it, 500 miles per hour. Seriously, the car didn't even have time to buckle from the speed of the impact. It was with so much force, you couldn't even see the car buckle. It just melted. Literally melted, and literally wasn't there anymore. Notifications on, didn't you? Well, I don't know, but I saw those episodes years ago. What was that thing I was supposed to turn on? Let me scroll up. Ray tracing. Is it ray tracing? Is it? I think you mean. Do you mean light rays or something? Ray trace. Do I see that anywhere? It has to be in graphics, but I don't see ray tracing. Let me search for that. Nope. Are you sure it's called ray tracing? Because I don't see anything called ray tracing. I should take that out. Remove them. How do you find research tests though? Like where they show segments? Because IH's Tech Data doesn't have that. Oh, the Chinese website. Hi, Windman YT. Windows Man. Let's try this. Yeah, apply and save. I love watching your vids, thank you. I don't know why I'm starting to get lag spikes for some reason. My graphical settings is not ultra, but I don't... That's so unusual. I don't even get this bad FPS on ultra settings. That's just weird. Live weather. Oh, I like this one. Either because my I think it's because my internet is so bad. I mean, my internet has slowed down like 50% in a month. I guess this is why I'm lagging so hard. Or a new update which maybe lowered the performance rate. Parking brake is now turning off. Because you're streaming while playing. No, I have no. It happened even when I was not streaming. Also, my parking brake is jammed. I think my parking brake is either jammed or something. No, even when my parking brake is off. Maybe because of my engine thrust. I'll use a different aircraft. Let's use the A330 Swiss. Let's see now. The engines on this plane work. Pissed that they're gonna be late, lol. I'm not carrying any passengers, so sorry about that. I'm ferrying the plane. If I was truly carrying passengers, I would have spawned over there, but I didn't. That's strange, I haven't loaded this slowly since 2008. And normally my plane would have loaded right now. So yeah, the update has definitely destroyed the game in some way, because everything in this game is now invisible. Hey, there we go. We're on the grass now. Explosions aren't in this game, so we'll be okay. Let's take off on the taxiway because this is just a test flight. flaps. Laptop help. Well, it certainly is this update, because I know updates have kind of broken the game. This isn't the first time it happened. This is so big. Pops up. You have an FU6 counter. But it's so random. It jumps like from 60 to 10 in some areas. But it definitely isn't this laptop. It's definitely the update, because I've had this problem before and it has nothing to do with the laptop. Flaps up. I'm gonna crash and then I'll end the stream, because I have to do other stuff, like do stuff. Doing things. Let's see, how should I crash? Should I crash? I'll definitely crash on land, because it's actually cooler. Oh god. Hard to control. Let's use joystick. My joystick has short-circuited, so using it will be rage-inducing. So I don't know if I want to even try using joystick, because it's short-circuited to the point where the rudder moves unnecessarily. Like, see? I'm moving it side to side, but look at the rudder. This is how the rudder should work. Not like this. So rudder movement is not controlled well either. It's also broken, I guess. So, yeah, turning. It also turns in a strange direction. Let's crash into the forest. My flap's still down in some way. We need to keep going down and then down until we reach the forest. And I'll keep the gears up so I can actually make this a crash and not just a crash landing. We're almost there, reaching the ground. Get ready for the crash. Oh god, we're going too fast. We're gonna crash. Oh no. Okay, okay. Yeah, very good landing. Bounce. That would have certainly broken the plane. Our plane is now turned into a model plane. And now we're in the forest bouncing again still. And then we finally landed. Everybody get out of the plane. We need to escape the plane. Get out of the plane. Keep escaping. The plane might catch on fire. But yeah, because that was the end of the stream. But yeah, I will have to end the stream. So thank you guys for watching this amazing stream. Amazing stream. But that's it for today. What do you think of the channel called BeamNG.drive? I don't run MCAP, I run BeamNG. But that's it for today, guys. So thank you for this nice stream, but I have to end the stream now. So thank you for watching the stream, and see you next time, guys, on another video, maybe tomorrow. But that's it for today, guys, and bye.